guys, it's Levi Gates, and welcome to DETALKS Unleashed.
Sure, that works. I don't feel very unleashed right now.
It does not. It feels very relaxed.
I feel more unplugged.
Very unplugged. All that good stuff, because we're sitting in these sweet Rupes lawn chairs. I got Mr. Dylan von Kleist of Rupes here,
Buddy,
hanging out with me, and this one we wanted to talk about something I've noticed throughout the industry is fanboys picking your team.
No,
You
really?
almost feel like it's do or die. Now, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. Tried and true. I've got a pair of socks tattooed on my arm.
Go Angels.
And as you heard, he's an Angels fan. So I can live and die with my team as they lose throughout the season.
Really does. It affects my mood.
Yeah, but I don't have a team, so to speak. You guys might think I do, but I don't have a team when it comes to detailing.
No.
Because I always try to find the right products, the right companies, the people I want to do business with, and those are the guys that the reason I follow them and I enjoy their products and use them is because they work for me. But I don't have to like the entire lineup.
Yeah, that's the part that I always kind of laugh about. And there are brands, I've worked for brands in which the fanboy thing is very powerful.
Yeah.
At Rupes, we have guys who are huge fans of our products.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, but it's great when they want to own, they want to do the collect them all.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
I gotta have one of everything. It's like,
I played that game.
yeah, that's a pneumatic tool. Do you even have a compressor? No, but I must own it. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that's great. It's cool, and it's a powerful thing, and it's really cool as a brand and a company to be appreciated that way. You guys have Rag Company, fanboys that are like, nothing but their towels, nothing but the best. And it's fun, and it can be a powerful thing. It's great for business, but it's also unrealistic to think that you need to have everything from that company. And what it does to a lot of guys is they become very shut off to new ideas.
Right.
And so, nope, I use that. That's all I use. And it doesn't matter who tells them, like, hey, there's this other stuff. It's really, really good. No. Because, the bottles won't match, or, it works for me. You can't be so closed off that you're not ever willing to try a new product or a new brand and things like that. And hey, maybe you try it and it's terrible and you go back to the other stuff. That happens. Part of the fun of detailing, at least for me, both as a business operator, working in the business, and now kind of getting to do it in my spare time for my own cars as an enthusiast again, detailing my own vehicles. It's fun to experiment. I buy stuff regularly from all kinds of companies. I'm like, oh, I want to try that. That sounds like a cool product.
Right.
Some I love, some I don't. But it's kind of the fun. You get to play mad scientist. You're like, ooh, I wonder what happens when I do this, or I haven't tried that after I've done this. I'm going to do those things. Sometimes it's a horrible failure. You go, wow, that was bad. I should not have done that. The guys were right. That was a terrible combination. Other times it's like, oh my God, this is an incredible combination of things I can do. Wow, fun. But to be like, nope, sorry, it doesn't have this label on it. I'm not using it. It's
Well, and when you run a business, like Jose Fernandez says, pick a product line that you can get really good at and use it. And that's fine for your business. For those of you that are, weekend warrior or an enthusiast or something, I see a lot of weekend warriors and enthusiasts that aren't professional detailers that are 100% in the court of one other team that they are so dead set. I only buy this. I only buy this. Only buy that. Yeah, it's literally ride or die. And everybody else is either the worst of the worst or they're copycats, and we're the only that.
Yeah.
And what you guys don't seem to understand is that behind the scenes, a lot of us are friends in real life. Like we're, the old joke, as Ivan says, everybody complains and argues online, but what they don't know is that all the heads of those companies are all out having dinner and telling stories, about work and what everybody's been up to, and everybody gets along.
Customers are picturing like parking lot knife fights between you're like, nope, that's not really what happens. There is not a cage match, two brands enter, one brand leaves, it doesn't work that way. It's competition is good for the marketplace. It's good for consumers because it drives innovation. It drives pricing. It creates an atmosphere that ultimately the trickle-down effect is the benefit to the guy who's using the stuff, whether he be a shop operator or an enthusiast at home in his garage detailing a car once a week, whatever it is, the ultimate benefits to them, but they seem to hate the competition, and they do that, the ride or die type mentality, and you go, no, you don't want to trash that other brand that you don't use and maybe used once one product and didn't like it, and so now the entire brand sucks. That's not good for you. You don't want to tear those guys down, because if they go away and the brand that you're loyal to is the only one left,
and
they're not going to do anything to help you out.
Well, and a lot of these new guys come in and they follow this one thing, they get in on it, they get excited about this company, and that's cool, that's great, like that's totally fine. We're not saying that, but what we're saying is do your research, do your due diligence about the company, learn about it, and then possibly learn about their competitors, learn what they did. That way you can learn the industry in and of itself. It'll help grow you in what you're doing in your processes, so that way you can learn why a long throw polisher is so special, or what benefits it has created. And like we were saying, Rupes is going to been around for 70 years. Everybody thinks it's the newest and greatest here in the US, but they've been around. It's been a company for 70 years, and it has a number of firsts for a tool manufacturer.
We covered in that video, and that's powerful stuff. But even then, we encourage people to, I think I said in one of the other videos, we do these seminars and these educational pieces, and we speak of our tools in a category. The concepts we speak of are things that apply polishing wide.
Right.
And we are confident enough in our products that we think that if we teach you about what this process looks like, you can go out and do your research, you can try it, and we hope that we've done a good enough job, and we're confident that we have, that you're going to pick up our stuff and go, oh yeah, what he taught me plus this thing, they obviously know what they're talking about. If you learn from us and then go out and buy something else, I'm not angry at you. It just means we probably didn't do a good enough job of educating you as to why we do what we do, or why that process exists. And it's like, I'm sure it is the same with you guys. You've got to teach people about what you do with the towels, and I keep going back to, I love the fact that you guys you touch and feel almost every towel that comes through this place and inspect it by hand. That's something that doesn't get seen. It doesn't show up in the box, because everybody expects that their product's always going to be perfect. We've got a lot
of defects that we have to throw away.
Yeah, and and your standards are incredibly high. So I mean, it's something that the customer doesn't necessarily see. They don't know the what's going on behind the scenes unless they've ever visited your facility and seen the process that goes into this. But that's something that you guys are doing that adds value to brand, that should create loyalty.
Right.
And if somebody doesn't see value in that, it's not a bad thing. Hey, I'll buy 10 towels. They're a little bit cheaper, and I'll 3 of them are bad edges or whatever. But I'll take that because I know what I'm getting for my money. And you go, okay, that's fine.
And one of the things that I always find that's hilarious is that just like we go back to the length of time, that like the number of years behind Rupes, and the number of years of work and ethics and products and company and loyalty and all that has gone into it. In the same instance, our company has been around since 1999. Microfiber's been around, basically came public in the 94, 95. People started using them. We were and still are one of the biggest manufacturers, and so we, there are times the joke, like a line I saw from a previous. We interviewed Jake Bolin of Bolin Guitars, and Bolin Guitars makes guitars for everybody, custom guitars, but most of them make it for ZZ Top and Steve Miller and the Rolling Stones, and one of the lines on their poster when they walked in was, "You've probably never heard of Bolin Guitars, but you have heard Bolin Guitars," because it has permeated rock and roll since the early 80s. Like everybody had their guitars, and that's kind of how I felt with the Rag Company. A lot of people go, man, I hear people all the time that Rag Company's just coming out of the woodwork. It's been this is must be this new company. Well, no, we've been around since 1999, and we've provided towels to almost everybody in the industry. You've probably never heard of the Rag Company, but you've probably touched a Rag Company towel. And most people don't know that. And so I get a kick out of when I see people that will release a new product, and it's people asking, "Oh, you guys got to do this." And man, we innovate, and we've brought products to try and think hard about what our next great big thing is always going to be, just like you guys.
Yeah, no, a ton of stuff has to go into it.
You go through it, and you got to spend a lot of hours and years. And
it's funny how awareness shapes perception, right? And like you said, we've been around for 70 years, just not in the U.S. And
Yeah.
so it's, we've gotten the same thing. It's like, wow, I remember when you guys first came out, and we're like, well, really, we just started importing to the U.S. It was not
that's all.
and thanks to the Kevin Browns and the Todd Cooper Riders and the Phil Hughes of the world through their businesses, bringing them over and helping us generate awareness.
Right.
Everybody becomes aware, but the legacy that is in Europe and the rest of the world, it's just kind of like, oh, wow, like this is not new.
Yeah,
These guys the silly Americans think this is new stuff, right? And but in a way, it does make some guys angry because they think the fanboydom around Rupes is like this flash in the pan. It just happened.
Exactly.
And it's not. For those that really know the brand, they know that there is a legacy and a history of innovation and things that we do and a way we go about doing business that's, we put a premium on ethics and how we go to market and educating people. That's what I'm glad we have fandom around those things. It's not because we have cool looking polo shirts. You know what I mean? Like,
you do have cool looking polo shirts.
We do have cool looking polo shirts, but it's because we have substance.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to latch on for
Exactly.
fanboydom. And there are brands that people do get behind that, I jokingly say, oh, the bottles won't match. There are those brands that they offer exceptional customer service, and maybe they have a solid line of product. Maybe they have some really standouts, and the rest is really, really good. Maybe not the best in everything, but it's good enough. But if you're basing it on the service you get from that company and the support you get and how that company operates, that's a great thing to latch on to.
Yep.
If you're basing it purely on, they
Aesthetics.
look cool, or I just like that they post this on their Instagram all the time because that's the kind of car I'm into, that's okay to identify with that. But don't close yourself off to everything else purely because of aesthetics, because it's not a good place to be.
Right. Yeah, and that's really the key is you do your education about the company, learn about them, whether it be tools, whether it be towels, whether it be compounds and polishes, whether it be pads, whether it be learn about them. Mm-hmm. And again, this is where the IDA comes in as well, as we all try to work together. We're not brand specific in the IDA. Everybody works together, and in the founders group, it's a ton of people from every basic branch and group of the industry, and their goal is to try and elevate everybody and bring that education. And that's one of the things I always liked about it. So you could watch the webinar and learn about, I could learn about foam one day, I could learn about machines the next, I could learn about how to run my business, I could learn about how to help my customers, how to build a website, or how to structure a website, how to structure pricing based on area, how to do spot polishing, little stuff like that, where it was like, wow, holy cow. Finally, someone's reaching out and trying to teach me.
Opening up a world to you.
Yeah. So, in closing and conclusion, basically, you're not saying don't be a fanboy. That's okay. But be like us, you live and die. Yeah, I'm open to it. I live and die with my team. I don't have all the same guys still on the team that I like. They're not there. They may have gone to the Angels. They may have, maybe gone to the Cubs. But I still like my team, and I still like baseball in general.
Yeah,
I like all baseball, regardless of what's on. For
me, I'm a ride or die Angels fan. That's my team. I don't live in California anymore. It's still my team. But I still occasionally go to a Rockies game because that's the home team. Or if I'm traveling and I have a chance to go catch a baseball game in another part of the world, awesome. Like you can enjoy baseball somewhere else and still be an Angels fan. So you can enjoy detailing, but and experience other brands, but still be loyal to your certain products that you like because of the look or whatever. Just be open. Don't be so shut off.
Right, exactly. Don't be like, I can't watch that game because my Red Sox aren't playing.
Yeah.
Not gonna. Nope. Can't. Don't even want to look at it. Don't even want to see it. So, just be open and enjoy it for what it is. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the peanuts.
I want to go to a baseball game really bad right now. You guys have a baseball team here in Idaho?
We do. It's
event's canceled tonight. We're going to a baseball
single
game.
A short season, but they're a Rockies affiliate.
We're in. Let's go.
All right. Well, thanks, Steve, for coming. Appreciate it, man. This was so much fun. And you want to find out more about Rupes, check them out, rupes.com. You can check out Dylan on Facebook and Instagram and find out where they're going to be. Remember to subscribe below and put your comments in the bottom.
Who's your team?
Yeah, tell us your team. For more information, for more videos, you can stay tuned right here to the Rag Company YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Go Sox.